Joining me now is Batya Ungar-Sargon, host of NewsNation's Batya, seen here, of course. Batya, thanks for being with us. Good to see you.
Great to see you. Thank you so much for having me.
All right. Well, this is your time slot, so it's good to have you. We've got breaking news to walk through with everything, and wanted to get your take on what we're seeing so far. I know that you were glued to the TV, watching everything as well along with us. So I want to get your take on what you've witnessed in the last 24 hours and now where we are today.
To me, the thing that really stands out, most importantly, is that nobody has come to the Islamic regime's defense. Not Russia, not China. We thought that we were facing this great axis of evil that was uniting as a front to create this multipolar universe in which the United States was no longer a superpower, and that turned out to be absolutely false. And what you can see from that is the larger picture of how the president is protecting the United States and setting us up for world dominance for generations to come. He is picking off our adversaries one by one, isolating them from each other and isolating them from their oil. Remember that 20% of China's oil came from either Venezuela or Iran. I mean, how are the Chinese supposed to take Taiwan now, minus 20% of their oil supply? So what we're really seeing here is, I'm calling it the locked-in presidency. He is just, every action he takes has not one, but two or three or four strategic advantages to strengthen the United States, to make us stronger, safer, and more prosperous, as Marco Rubio promised in his confirmation hearings. I think that's really what we're seeing.
Yeah, and as we take a look, there was some speculation early on that the U.S. Was going to begin limited strikes, right? I mean, that was something that was on the table, and of course, President Trump went full throttle on this. So we've got that to manage. And then, you know, we talked about, and Trump said himself, that there were going to be American lives most likely lost in this. And now we've got the confirmation 3 U.S. service members are dead. 5 are injured from this operation so far. You know, many people asking today, is the aftermath worth risking American lives? How do you see it?
Of course, it's a horrific tragedy. One thing we know about President Trump, he's not afraid to pivot. He is very good at reading the room and paying attention to what's happening and adjusting. I don't think he has an appetite for large-scale casualties. And of course, that doesn't diminish the 3 precious souls that we have lost. But I thought that it was very mature of him to announce early on that that is possible and likely to happen. One other thing I think is very important. I don't think that they are pursuing large-scale regime change. I think what the president is trying to accomplish here is exactly what they accomplished in Venezuela. They didn't install Maria Machado. They didn't go, you know, full hog into the regime change in the way that the Bush era would have done it, installing the pro-Western person, because of course they want stability. And I think the president and Marco Rubio were worried that there might be a revolt from the generals if they did that. They kept Dulce Rodriguez and said to her, you want to keep this position? We need someone who's very pro-America. And I think that they are probably thinking about this in a very similar way. Of course, we all want the Iranian people to be free, but that is not something the United States can give them. That is something they have to take for themselves, which the president keeps urging them to do. But I think for now, they're hoping for a version of the regime that's more pro-Western, more less brutal to its own people. Of course, they mowed down 30,000 protesters. But as for a full-fledged regime change, I don't think that is on the agenda.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.